Oh yes, straight out of the oven, full of data. Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to look at backing up your data. Backing up data is often overlooked or not even thought of by a lot of people, and I wanted to address this situation before it's too late. And especially with the upcoming malware of CRYPTORANSOMWARE, you might want to get into your backups as fast as possible. Without further ado, let's go to the drawing board.
Now that we're on our drawing board, there are several types of media that we can use to back up our personal data. But we will focus on the most used types of storage, as we'll be in for a boring run if we go through them all. Cloud storage doesn't count. Starting off with the most popular storage media, a USB key can hold tons of data, depending on what capacity you choose, and the price on these precious devices are so cheap they're nearly giving them away. Second, we have external hard drives, some pre-built like a Western Digital MyBook, or one built by yourself. External solid-state drives also exist, but has less storage capacity, but it's more reliable since there is no moving parts. And lastly, we have optical media, whether being CDs, DVDs, or Blu-rays. Optical media tend to last forever if kept with care. Scratches will hinder or outright make it unreadable. Now, our goal is to keep our data safe from threats such as viruses, malware, CRYPTORANSOMWARE, which is extremely destructive, and of course, hardware failure. For example, I use a USB key to back up documents, use an external hard drive to back up music and movies, and I use Blu-ray media to back up YouTube videos, as they have at least 25 gigs of storage minimum. Like this, should any of my drives go down or get struck by a virus or CRYPTORANSOMWARE, my data is being kept safe. But CRYPTORANSOMWARE is a very dangerous type of ransomware. CRYPTORANSOMWARE will encrypt all the files it can from your documents and any other drives attached to the computer. Therefore, if you leave an external drive on at all times or keep the USB drive plugged in at all times, this malware will reach to these drives and encrypt every single file in there as well. So it's best to keep them unplugged as soon as you're done with your backups, or turn off your external hard drive. Which brings me to my next point, redundancy. Redundancy is the term used to create a second copy of your backup or another backup media. For example, if you have documents on a USB key, you should back them up on another USB key as well to keep them in a safe place. This method is a much safer way to prevent data loss at the cost of being more expensive. One thing to note, your computer does not count as redundancy since it is being used daily and can be prone to failure or data corruption. So in a nutshell, here's what I'd recommend. For big files, use an external hard drive. Buy two for redundancy. External solid-state drives are more expensive, but if you're willing to fork the extra grub, then Godspeed to you. For documents, pictures, and other small files, get a USB key. And get another one for redundancy. For more security, encrypted USB drives are available, which requires you to punch in a code and then press the unlock key on your USB key to read your files, but they cost a pretty penny. And as for sensible data or image files, like ISO files, use optical media. Whatever you do when you back up optical media, make sure you put it in a case to avoid scratches. If you follow this chart and do not leave your external drives plugged in and on at all times, then congratulations! You are protected from data loss. Now, how often should you back up? That depends on your use, really, and how often you modify or add files. If a lot of changes happen from day to day, then I'd say a weekly backup would be ideal for USB keys. But it would be more efficient if you did so with an external hard drive and synchronizing your data to it at the end of every day, and when it's complete, turn off your external drive. It's also best choices for offices. If you're a light user and your file are left untouched for days, if not weeks, then a monthly backup with a USB key would be ideal. But if you have big files, use an external hard drive. For sensible data, encrypted USB keys would be the better choice for you unless you plan to buy a small safe box. Or if you have a safe, then use optical media, as it's much cheaper, and when it's well stored, it will outlast any other peripheral, as when it's burned on the disk, it stays there. So now you have a glimpse of how you should proceed with backing up your data.
So that's it. If you have any questions, comments, anything you'd like to add, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And of course, as usual, until next time, stay bold and take care. Thanks for watching.
For any requests, did you know that the Longhorn channel has a subreddit just for that? Head on out and request something you'd like me to review and more. Also, there is a Facebook page available for you to drop by, leave a comment, or anything that's on your mind. There's also a Twitter page where you can keep track of every videos that come out on this channel. Have fun!